Hey guys, how are ya? It's me, it's Dina. Love you guys. So, I actually did not feel like doing this reading 5 seconds before I decided to do it. Y'all, this is the first reading since I did my 500 subscriber live. It's been almost a whole week. I needed a break. I've been working hard in real estate and with y'all, and Auntie been tired. So today I'm gonna give y'all one good reading, and I think that this is, in my mind, it's gonna be really fun and lighthearted. And I say in my mind because of who I'm reading. Because if what I suspect I'm going to see in this reading, I think I need to wipe my camera. Hold on, y'all. Just a little. Is that better to me? Much better to me. Okay, yes, that's what I needed. All right. Because of what I think I'm going to see when I read this person, and because of what I already in my mind suspect of this person, I've never read Meek Mill, Millie Pooh in my life. But, you know, the same thing he gives everybody else is what he gives me, and especially as of late. So, and I already, anyway, so I'm just float away my hands and get into this reading. All right. Meek Mill. Meek, isn't his name Rameek? Rameek. I don't know your last name, but Rameek Millie. Rameek Millie from Philly. Meek Mill. Rameek. Meek Mill. Meek Mill. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to see and conjure up and talk to the spirit and the soul of Meek Mill. Bring him into my hands, into my presence this afternoon of Wednesday. Meek Mill. Meek Mill. I'm trying to get an image of him in my mind. I don't know if I see one yet, but I would really like to. Meek, come here. Where are you? From Meek Mill? All right, Meek Mill, what's going on with you? Ever since you got out of jail, you've been moving really, really, really interestingly with these European, Caucasian, Jewish, whatever they are, billionaires. I do believe that you admitted, one of them, maybe his name was Mark or somebody, one of them did an interview and even spoke about how he assisted in getting you out of some of your legal woes. And since then, we have seen you bunny hop on a tennis court for these people while you count you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have seen you in swimming pools with French fries on your lap while you wade in the water. And most recently, we saw you completely spaz out at the mere implication that you could have been implied or implicated in that civil lawsuit against P. Diddy. When Rodney said that Diddy had his way with you at one of his fun parties. Because you gave a great distraction. You were the one who I said was going to come out and be a distraction so that Ursher can sneak off to Bali quietly. And sit poolside doing yoga poses with no clothes on, darn near, with Russell Simmons. So Meek Mill, talk to me about what you got going on with you lately today. I see purple colors. I don't see Meek Mill. I see purple. You know what I think of when I saw that flash of purple in my eye? Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you walk up in that purple rain. I know. Listen. Whoa. 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 Y'all, purple rain. That's what I thought of when I saw that flash of purple. A flash before my eyes, and it was like a pastel purple. It wasn't even more of a royal masculine purple. It was pastel purple. Anyways, Meek Mill, talk to me about why you spazzed out online most recently. Tell me about your relationship with these men and why you keep being looked at like you are a bussy boy, a bate boy, a sassy boy. Now, see, nobody minds men being gay these days, but you just make it so comical in your attempts to defend yourself. You defend yourself in the most comical way possible. It's a laugh. It's a key. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. When you go online most recently and you spazzed out, I thought it was funny, just like you thought it was funny. I feel like you did. I would like to hope that a lot of you is trolling and not spazzing out. However, talk to me, Meek Mill, about why people would be implicating you in rumors with P. Diddy. Tell me why people are implicating you in rumors with P. Diddy. And Most High Mother and Father God, please allow nothing that I ask to be revealed be hidden from me. Meek Mill, talk to me. Come and talk to me. I really want to know your name. I really want to know your name. Meek Mill did have a judgment against him, which caused him to be negatively affected by the law. And if it weren't for these powerful men, Meek Mill would have been in prison longer. And I would like to say that even though Meek Mill got himself in a legal situation, I also feel like it was a snare, a trap that they knew he was going to fall into so that they could put him in a situation to make him desperate. Now, that would mean that he was wanted for something. So what they wanted him for at the time, I think that his trajectory in the industry, his position in the industry at the time, he had a lot more influence, a lot more clout, a lot more popularity. And Meek Mill looked like he was going to be one of the ones. You know, he was beefing with Drake. He was holding his grounds. I think he looked like he was going to be a voice that they could use to influence the young masses. And so they created a snare to put him in a situation of desperation so that he needed them so that they can come to the rescue, bail him out, and then utilize him for whatever. But then what happened was Meek Mill fell off. And that's what I have right now for the judgment card. Challenging Meek Mill is that he was in a situation of desperation and he has fallen off. Meek Mill doesn't have any other avenues that are creating a profit for him that can sustain the lifestyle that he's now accustomed to. So he has no other options but to do strange things for change. He has money coming in from no other place. And at the time he was in a bad situation legally, he was desperate. Without these men still being in a presence in his life, he would still be desperate. But he's not, I think, because of the opportunities that they afford him. In the past, I got the Four of Wands. That's, you know what this makes me think? I would have said that this is a couple that sponsors or that came in to save Meek Mill from jail. But because I know that one of these persons is a male, because he actually admitted to it, I would like to say that these two people waving are men. Men that like other men from time to time, or for a lot of time. And they have a lot of wealth behind them. And this is them coming to the rescue. It's the Four of Wands because Meek Mill was in jail. And he knew that there were opportunities in front of him that could get him out. And I think he was thinking about the pros and the cons. I can either do this bid and allow them to lock me up for a long time, or I can, do something that maybe I don't want to do, but I might, hey, these men richer than anything I can ever make off of my music. And they gonna get me out tomorrow. They said they can get me out tomorrow. Private jet, pick me up, fly me out to someplace. And I might have to pay for it when I get there in a strange way. But they like me, you know what I'm saying? They'll do right by me. And this is the opportunity. So, niggas just gonna have to understand. And they came and said, Meek, we can get you out and we can save you. And he was like, man, all right. And then he got the bunny hopping on tennis courts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the near future, Meek Mill. This is self-sabotage because usually this person, Ten of Swords, these will be knives that were stuck into his back from other people. But this just gives me, if you hadn't spazzed out like that, everybody would be most concerned with Usher. They're concerned with Usher now because academics is talking about it. Even though if you are one of my busted babies, then I done did readings on Usher. Even back when Keke Palmer Mama blasted him, that's when I did the first one. Go back and read it. Watch it. Anyways, Meek Mill is going to continue to do everything in his power to unimplicate himself from damage that he did to himself. Like I said, Meek Mill goes out of his way in the most hilarious way to defend himself, to prove that he's not what people are accusing him of. And nobody would really believe it or make so much of a big deal about it if he didn't do the absolute most. I like Gucci so much, I run red lights. Boink them while they period on, It's like, even if you like doing that, that's cool, but nobody feels the need, no grown man should feel the need to expose his whole sex life and his fetishes just for the sake of proving to the world, to people who don't matter, because you're in a different tax bracket, like you always like to remind us, that you're not a batty boy, because it's 2024. If you were, what's wrong with that? So Meek Mill is going to continue to do everything in his power to make us believe that he is not what they say. Forget the stuff that he's been implicated in with Diddy, because he could be a witness to other crimes. He just wants us to know that he's not gay. And the more he does, the more the conversation will continue, and the more the jokes will continue, because he will continue to give us more entertainment. It's not that people care. People are just entertained by you, Meek Mill, by you going out of your way to let us know how ungay you are. His intentions, though, crowning him, his intentions were to quell the conversations around him being gay. That's what he thought he was doing. Because beneath it all, without these men and their wealth, Meek Mill and his baby mamas, I feel the need to say that because I think Meek Mill thinks that what he's doing is for his family, his children, his baby mamas, so that they can continue taking care of their children. Now, I ain't got the Knight of Cups in reverse. I ain't got the King of Cups in reverse. So I won't speak on Meek Mill's sexuality. I will say that his involvement with these men is because he is in a very desperate place financially and lifestyle-wise. And it all started from his legal situation. That's where they initially came in to save the day. And I think that without them, he doesn't get opportunities, whether he knows it or not. Even if somebody approaches him to book a show, they're doing so because they know that he's one of their boys. He's in good with them. And Meek Mill knows that as long as he continues to be in good with these men, the doors will just mysteriously open for him. Well, here's the Page of Cups in reverse. So, you know what, in my mind, what I just heard, gay for pay. So, like I said, I didn't see the Knight of Cups reverse. I didn't see the King of Cups reverse, because that would just be someone who is either curious on their own and wanting to, test out the waters, or a man that's already homosexual that may or may not be openly. The Page of Cups reverse, gay for pay. I do what I gotta do. I do what I gotta do, because the Five of Pentacles, if not the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, I have no other avenues to make me enough money to sustain the lifestyle that I and my children and my children's families are accustomed to. Allegedly gay for pay. External to Meek Mill, another pentacle in reverse. Now, for some reason, Meek Mill, you're not getting booked in the USA. You get a lot of your bookings overseas. But because you've been spazzing out, I think that because you've been spazzing out, it's like you're making somebody who might want to work with you not look good, because you're making yourself look worse. Like your implications in those rumors could have been skated over, because there are bigger things that came up than Meek Mill. But I think Meek Mill, because you think you are bigger things, you felt the need to do the most when nobody would have paid that much attention. I think academics, because I know that you were in a public beef with him, and this could be academics falling back from roasting you for some reason. Because I know he's a Taurus. I forgot what I was saying. The fuck?
A Taurus.
No, before I brought up academics, I was talking about people not wanting to work with Meek Mill because
the way he's acting,
the way he's spazzing out and responding. I don't remember what I was saying, but I just think that because you're spazzing out that way, I think that, oh yeah, academics, I brought him up because you're in a public beef with him, because he mentioned these things, like you're spazzing out. Academics also brought up Usher, and Usher being in Bali And Usher being the same thing that I brought up in my reading, in the industry, behind the scenes in the industry. And I think that was more savory and would have been a more savory conversation for academics than you. But you brought that on yourself because you just spazzed out. And now you make yourself look like everything everybody's been saying about you. And I think that there are people in the U.S. industry, hip hop scene that, would continue to work with you, but now they don't want to. Again, Meek Mills, your hopes and fears is that you self-sabotaged. And your fears is that you got exposed and that you will continue to be exposed and talked about in an unsavory way. You don't like that people talk about you and your relationship with these men because you don't know how to really defend that. So you'll spaz out on everybody who jokes about it. You'll address everything but that directly. Because why? Because you are allegedly, based on my picture cards and my stories, gay for pay. Outcome, Meek Mill, I think that somebody else is going to come in and hush you up. I think somebody else, one of your daddies, is going to step in and tell you to be quiet. And then academics is going to also be quiet because someone else is going to step in and say, I need you to shut up. We don't need people looking into why Meek Mill is with us. And for some reason, academics is spilling beans. He talked about seeing Meek Mill at the Super Bowl fixing these billionaire men drinks in their suite. And he called you like a house slave. Fixing them cognacs and cokes. Serving them in their Super Bowl suite. I think these men need you and academics to shut up. Somebody more powerful is going to step in and I think maybe offer academics a little coin to talk about something else. He'll probably take it. And Meek Mill, I don't know why I get the idea that you're going to be punished. I don't know why I think that crash that you were in, I don't know if that was induced by you spazzing out on a substance or like if your car was tampered with or something like that, but I'm looking into the judgment card. Meek Mill was propositioned to be a do boy, a little nigger boy. You're a little nigger boy. Is that what they say to you sometimes, Meek Mill? And sexually or otherwise, because what they ask you to do behind the scenes isn't just sexually. That's more of a humiliation and bucking, what they used to do to the slaves. Whether they actually were gay and enjoyed having sex with men, it was more the subjugation of those men, taking away their masculinity, especially the masculinity of a black man, and making him subjective to me in the worst, most humiliating way to a black man, especially one like Meek Mills, who obviously doesn't like to be seen that way. And I think it's more of a shame because of what he was subjected to in order to sustain his lifestyle. And I hear they call him Meek Luther King. What he does, how he positions himself in his mind to be an upstanding figure in the black community, like an activist, he does that because of his conscience, because of the things that he's been subjected to behind the scenes in the most humiliating way. In the most humiliating way. I think that Meek Mill does a lot to not think about things. Nine of Swords in reverse. Not think about the things that he did, does, and continues to do in order to remain a celebrity. It's actually pretty sad because this is a man who fights with his own conscience. He will not think of, he does not want to, wouldn't acknowledge within himself what he has to do for money. Or the fact that he's in this position, that he's not as popping as he was, so that he can turn them down because he has investments coming in from other places. Whether he invested in other things or not, he's not getting the return from them enough to sustain his lifestyle or keep him out of whatever legal situation those people bailed him out of. And when they came a-knocking, hey, Meek, the devil showed up with the offer of a Two of Cups reverse situation. This is a lover situation. This is doing intimate, romantic partnership things that you don't want to do. And the devil being here with the Knight of Cups, this is all cups and devil energy. Sex. And with the devil being here, that lets me know that Meek doesn't enjoy doing it. It's more of a slavery tactic, like I said, bucking him. Because they hold all the power. I'm looking at the devil to remind him that they hold all the power over him. And any opportunities that he gets from now on, and them getting out of his legal situation. Near future, because I'm already over it. 10 of Swords in reversed. This is you trying to continue to get yourself out of things. Time to move on from Meek Mill. I see threats of violence being thrown around. I know academics said that Meek Mill threatened to shoot a video pissing on in his lawn in academics live the other day, because I watched it. He said that he was sitting on his steps all day with a AK, and he had a sniper pointed outside of his bedroom window. I know that he said that academics had the police sent to his house. I mean, he said that Meek Mill had the police sent to his house. I see that for all involved parties. Somebody else had to step in before this went left and mediate this. Page of Cups reverse. That's my gay for pay card. Allegedly. I see that this specifically happens overseas. And I know that academics mentioned that Meek Mills gets a lot of his bookings overseas. This is what he does. After the shows, before the shows, probably before the shows. Yes, he gets paid for the shows, but he also has to do other things that other people do. That the girlies in the industry, when they go to Dubai and all those places, what they do, Meek Mill is on the same circuit, ladies. And he gets paid in the jewelry and this is him having to entertain multiple people at the same time, allegedly, and getting paid in cash or jewels or shows or things like that. He gets paid different ways, but I do allegedly feel like he has to entertain multiple people either at one time, in one night, in one weekend. This is the card that I wanted to see. At one time, allegedly. Unfortunately. And it's almost like those rich men, his sponsors, the ones who pimp him out, allegedly, in various ways. For sex, for whatever they need done. Meek, go do this. It's like they call him their boy. They look at him like one of their boys, their sons, their little boys. And it's almost like they even, use, if you don't go do this, this will happen. You better go do this. They talk to him very, very aggressively and humiliatingly, allegedly. This is unfortunate. I wonder why you don't just get out of this. If you can. Knight of Pentacles, reverse, external to you. Meek, you're going to miss out on a bag. I think you're being punished for the things that you said by your daddies. So maybe some opportunities that you were expecting are going to be taken away from you as punishment. They're going to be taken away from you because they were given as so they were given. I mean, as I give, if I can take it away, something like that. Yeah. That's what they want you to know for creating this public debacle and bringing more attention onto yourself. And the final outcome with the Ace of Cups reversed, everybody's going to shut up because daddy stepped in and daddy's not happy. Academics, you're already moving on to a bigger story, which is Usher, Russell Simmons, and what he could possibly be doing in the industry for men. But Meek Mill's daddy stepped in to shut everybody up. Academics, you go over there, talk about something else, except for our boy. And like I said in my last reading I did on Diddy, I think my very last reading I did was on Diddy. I checked up on him and I said he wasn't going to be happy because a woman spoke about his legal situation and brought more attention to it with her platform. I thought it was Tasha K, but it was Candace Owens. And she mentioned an executive from Universal Music Group, I believe, also being implicated in that lawsuit. And I remember saying that Diddy was going to be pissed at this woman for using her platform to speak out. It was Candace Owens, not Tasha K. I was right. I just got the wrong woman. It was Candace Owens. I think that this is also going to be another reason for Meek Mill to shut up. Because there are bigger things. And even though he was implicated in this very same lawsuit, I just think now that people are on to something bigger now. Things that I've talked about, but people are now on to something bigger. And I think Meek Mill's daddy is going to tell him, just be quiet. You be quiet instead of drawing attention to you, which draws attention to us. Because nobody's really paying attention to you in this situation. And that's that, you guys. Enjoy. Love you. Bye.